Hello. How are you? I invite you to take this moment to give yourself a really big hug and close your eyes with a smile. Breathe in love. Exhale and let it all go. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to create this container of compassion with technology when we open ourselves up to healing. And that feels so predominant right now because we are healing as a globe. And I keep reflecting on the butterfly effect, and I'm curious as to how we can continue to share love and light and healing and create that positive ripple effect in the world. So something that I love to do to clear my space, especially with all of my technology usage and just preparing and letting go of the old, is smudging. So a lot of people do this with particular things that feel really natural to them. For example, sage or Palo Santo. Right now I have some sage with me. So notice the sound. So always be sure to cleanse yourself and release any stagnant energy. Now I'm going to clear my area. So I'm sending love and light to you, to the universe that is timeless, that is love. May these digital devices be used for their greatest good, and may we amplify love and light throughout the world. It's also great to bring love into the space that you're in physically, which is something that we can notice now more than ever, spending a lot of extra time in our space. So thank you, universe, for guiding us on this journey. Where would you have us go? What would you have us do? What would you have us say? And to who? Please use this moment of love and compassion and global healing to deliver the exact messages that we need to hear when we need to hear them, because we are open to receiving. So take this moment to settle into your space. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. From my heart to yours, your inner light is shining. How can you continue to radiate your love throughout the world? Something that has been so grounding in this time is what's going on literally in the universe. And when doing some research from an astrology perspective, how has this alignment of planets been similar to past events in history? So it's just so grounding to think that the energy is there, we're just flowing with it. So to help empower us to flow, I found so much clarity in connecting with that energy. So this beautiful, beautiful planner from the Magic of I. So keep supporting small businesses. Because their distribution center was closing, she did a huge discount, and I was like, I need to get the whole bundle. So I'm really, really happy I did. And it's one of those things where the ego was like, oh, 2020 already started. Why are you getting the calendar now? Why aren't you getting the calendar now? So I better late than never. So what I love about it is that there's an astrology reference guide, and when we flip to today, which is April 15th, 2020, we see a note of goals and power on, and we can also see that Capricorn and Aquarius are predominant energy today. So Capricorn has the keyword I use, with qualities of ambitious, leaders, and conservative, the element of earth. And Aquarius is the keyword I know, with qualities of humanitarian, revolutionary, and eccentric, and the element of air. So that definitely resonates. And I also would like to note that because today is Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, the planet that's aligned with today is Mercury. So that is connected to our intellect, communication, and quickness. And that rules Gemini and Virgo, which is I think and I analyze. So how are all these energies coming up for you today? And let's continue to flow with them. So today, April 15th, 2020, we also have goals and power on. Goals, business whiz, money making, ambition and planning, checking your integrity, aligning your timing, setting goals and laying foundations, doing the work, smudging your boundaries. Punny, right? Because we did the smudging with Sage. Existential awareness and reviewing life lessons. The negatives could be challenging for feelings of existential crisis and hard lessons. That is so spot on. And power on, energy and passion, charged force and forward movement. Warrior your life, get things done, good for the body and movement, check your ego and independence. The cons could be this is challenging for anger management, butting heads, intensity, impatience, and fiery frustration. So that's just a quick snippet from today in the Magic of I Planner. However, there's so many ways to integrate this flow into your life. And that's what I'm challenging myself to do during this time of self-quarantine, of how can we continue to learn, peel back the layers, and come out even stronger on the other end of this. And a lot of that has to do with how we are captivating and cultivating this energy. Now, for me, I've spent more time online the past month than I ever have. And that's coming from a mindful technology advocate. So I can only imagine the feelings that you are experiencing now. And I'm curious, how is your relationship with technology evolving? And how can we continue to evolve with it? I invite you to take on the Digital Flourishing Assessment. It is a free 2-minute survey created by researchers in the space and is continuously just so groundbreaking and interesting to learn in these 6 pillars of digital flourishing. So if you go to digitalwellnessday.com/resources, you will find the Digital Flourishing Assessment, where you can get your personalized score and then actionable tips, a full chapter of the Digital Wellness Toolkit that you can put into action and focus on how you can continue flourishing, because together we flourish. So captivating that energy and just continuing to lean into this learning and creating with, how can we keep these fundamentals in mind so we can create with intention and leave a positive impact? So I invite us to all take on this Digital Flourishing Challenge and share our journeys authentically and really, which is why this podcast and all of the content that we create with Mindful Meeps is completely unedited and unfiltered content, which is so special because we are just putting it all out on the table. This is it. This is real. This is us. This is me. My name is Jamie Levy, and I'm the Director of Engagement of the Digital Wellness Collective, and I'm the creator of Meep. And I'm so excited that we get to leverage our tools of digital technology to share this message with the world. So I'm curious, how can we best support you in this time and set you up for success and flourishing? And it's so great that we're healing collectively, because although it's so important to build our foundation of our inner me and me time and everything that Meep is, once we establish our personal groundedness and we're fully secure in everything that is me, Meep, then we can share and heal as a community. And that is so beautiful and so powerful. So as you are connecting with yourself in this time of healing, think about what's really helpful for you and what you wish you knew before you started your journey of self-discovery and healing. And how can we empower others to be even stronger and flourish in their journey as well? So I hope that you're feeling the butterfly effect right now of how beautiful it is when we heal ourselves and then can heal others in our community, and that has a beautiful ripple effect of love around the world. So that's what we're here to do, and that's what we're in action creating. And it's very special, and I'm just grateful to be putting this out there in the universe. And I personally love re-listening to these episodes. It is such a reminder, and I encourage you to even record your own notes for yourself. If the Real Talk with Me podcast isn't vibing with you, maybe you create your own conversation with yourself of the reminders you need to hear, because it is so grounding to hear my own voice on the podcast. And it's such a reality check, because I always hear my voice in my head. But if you hear your own voice out loud, it overrides the voice in your head. So part of building that personal foundation here is that connection with our inner me. And personally, Jamie Levy, my inner me is that voice in my head that, similar to JVN's book, it's like a minivan of different personas talking all the time. So when I have something that's a digital tool like this podcast, I can play it and then say, shh, don't listen to your ego. They're wrong. You got this. You're amazing. You're flourishing. Go share your light with the world and quiet that inner critic, because this is not the time and place for that. So I'm sure in the background there is that mental chatter, and the whole thing is that never goes away. And that's what I found so grounding about learning meditation in more detail. I thought I was always striving for this completely quiet, zen, sitting on a river, doesn't talk to anybody. But that's not true. Everybody has, it's human nature to get distracted and have our thoughts wander, and the monkey mind, it's fundamental human nature. So, how can we create consciously and be aware of these human fundamentals to help us flourish instead of the current state that we're in now? Leave it vague at that. So, thank you. Thank you for joining the Meet Movement. Thank you for taking on the Digital Flourishing Challenge with us. I'm so excited to continue the conversation. We are just putting everything out there and sharing it with the world. So I hope this inspires you to share your light with the world, because you are magnificent, you are unique, and you have very, very special reasons and magic to share with the world. So anything to empower sharing your light and amplifying that butterfly effect is part of our mission. So I hope you know that we're here to support you throughout every step of this journey, especially now, because the biggest thing we can do right now is give ourselves a hug. So take another hug for yourself, squeeze super tight, smile. A self-hug is the biggest takeaway you can have from this podcast right now. Connect with this moment of self-compassion and love. Remember that you're amazing, you're wonderful, you have unique gifts that this world needs, and you are empowering yourself to share them. Thank you so much for showing up for this me time, and I'm excited to continue it in our next meet moment. So for now, please bring this container of compassion throughout your day, and know that a self-hug is available to you at any time. Take advantage of the resources that you have within. From a hug to a deep breath, we can ground ourselves, and we have that power within at all times. I'm sending you so much love and light. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be healing through this together.